All Black squad of the year has been named. Among them, the 41 players. There's a mix of old faces, Richie McCaw, Dan Carter, but also 5 new, fresh names. One of them has gone from a barely known Manuwatu player, I hope he doesn't mind me saying that, to All Black in just 18 weeks. Nehe Milner-Skudder joins me now. Nehe, great to have you with us and congratulations.
Good morning, Paul. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for having me on.
I mean, it must be, well, you're going to be on everything now. You're an All Black, for God's sake. This is so cool, isn't it? Talk me through how you found out.
Yeah, it's massive. I'm still getting my head around it. Didn't get much sleep last night. Yeah, still kind of buzzing out. Me and my partner were on our way back from Palmy, and got home and we were just making a feed, and she turned the TV on, and just as my name was being read out, and yeah, she started crying. I hope she doesn't mind me saying that. Yeah, I was kind of just in massive shock and couldn't really believe it. So, yeah, just still getting my head around it at the moment. Yeah.
Because, you know, that some guys were expecting to be named. You genuinely were not expecting. This was a huge surprise for you, yes?
Yeah, it was massive. To think of being named as an All Black, yeah, no, it didn't sort of cross my mind. I was just focusing on just playing for the Hurricanes and trying to make that team each week, and yeah, felt that All Blacks selection was a bit out of my league at this stage.
You know, that's fantastic, and it's actually lovely. It's lovely that you're quite humble about it too. Talk me through, Nehe, whether this was one of your goals. So as you looked at your career, as you looked at your sport out for the next few years, did you think one day I just want to be an All Black?
Oh yeah, as a little fella, I think like most kids in New Zealand, they always dream and aspire to be an All Black, and yeah, that's no different with myself. Just didn't realise it'll come this quickly, to be honest, and yeah, still got a lot of hard work ahead of me, so I'm yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Let's talk about the hard work, because I imagine that after the initial shock and excitement wears off and you've phoned everyone under the sun and everyone under the sun has phoned you, does a bit of panic creep in then, and you think, my God, you know, I'm actually an All Black now, I'm going to be expected to, you know, perform better than I've ever performed before?
Yeah, it does put a little bit of pressure, especially leading into this week. We've got a massive game ahead of us. But yeah, I've got some good lads around myself at training, and they've all been there, done it. So I can definitely go to them to get advice on how to handle the situation. So yeah, I'll probably definitely be asking some of the older boys this week around how to deal with things.
You've got 2 family members who've played in tests. To be fair, they had pretty short careers. How are you going to make sure you've got a long career ahead of you in the All Blacks?
Just keep doing my thing, keep trying to improve as a player, and yeah, just prove that I can foot it at the next level, and yeah, I guess yeah, that's it really. Just try and carve up and yeah, play well and keep getting a crack.
I've got Jim here. He's my rugby expert who I always have on hand just in case I run out of knowledge when it comes to rugby. So here's the thing. I would imagine, and I've never been, there was no chance, Nehe, you might be surprised to hear this, that I would ever be called up as an All Black. But if I were, I would want to be a Richie McCaw. You know, I would want to get, because Richie arguably is almost as big as the game itself now. Have you got some advice for Nehe? How does he move from where he is now to being the next Richie McCaw figure?
Well, I think he summed it up himself. He's just got to keep doing what he's doing. I think he's really caught the world by storm this year. He's got to, mate, you'd be a bit embarrassed by this, but you got a bit of a Christian Cullen look about you, haven't you? The way you play.
Oh, he was a player I enjoyed watching as a wee fella growing up, and definitely try to mould my game on him. And yeah, he used to carve up teams, and yeah, I guess to be compared and to be yeah, held in the same sort of regard as him, it's just massive for myself. So okay, yeah, he was an awesome player growing up and enjoyed watching him.
Also, Nehe, if you don't mind me saying, you're a good-looking bloke. How do we monetize that? You're an All Black now, you're a good-looking bloke, you're at the top of your game at the moment. How do we turn this into a huge amount of money?
Dan Carter and the jockey underpants, you're thinking, Paul?
Well, I'm thinking something like that. Have you been approached yet by any companies that want to have brand you?
No, nothing at this stage. I think Yeah, Dan Carter's probably got it all under control at the moment. So
Just at the moment.
Nah, nothing at this stage.
You don't look good in jockeys for your whole life, though, do you?
Win a Super Rugby title in 2 weeks' time, and it'll all be in front of him.
Yeah. Nehe, thank you very much, and yet again, congratulations. We're going to watch your career with a lot of interest. Thanks for joining us.
Awesome, mate. Cheers. Thanks for having me on.
Brilliant. You take care. Nehe Milner-Skudder, that is a name we're all going to, it's just going to roll off our tongues soon, isn't it?